Hello, everyone, and welcome inside of the Rogers studio for another episode of Knights Talk. I'm your host, Matt Sanderson. Alongside me, we have Stephen Mosgopoulos and Jack Hilworth. Guys, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so obviously it wasn't the most ideal week for you. You had one game on the schedule. Unfortunately, you dropped it. It was a very close game, though. 2-1 loss there. Jack, tell us a little bit about that. And you guys were basically in it right until the end.
Oh yeah, we worked our butts off. It was a hard-fought game. We got the shots off. We really played well in our defensive zone. Sucks we couldn't come away with the win, but it was good to see improvement against one of the good teams in our division, and I think we can build from that, especially going up against Ville-Marie this week and then Ottawa on the weekend. So hopefully you can take that good game and up our level to the next one.
Absolutely. Stephen, one of the big things, obviously, with this team is so young. There's so much potential to go forward, but I think it's still at one of those points where you're still kind of feeling each other out. It's maybe only 15 games into the season. What's really the message maybe being said by your coach here after a game like this, which was so hard fought?
Well, after a game like that, it was more just good job, guys. You guys played really well, and considering we lost to them 5-2 earlier on in the season, a 2-1 loss isn't too bad, and we're only going to continue to get better from there.
All right, so Jack, tell us a little bit about your hockey background. This is your first year with the Knights, right?
Yes, yes.
Tell us a little bit about maybe you coming to Meaford and what it was like to be a Knight in your first year.
It's been really good so far. It's definitely different from Alberta. Used to living in the mountains and stuff, so a little different than here, but I've really enjoyed it. Great community to live in, lots of great people. Team's been great guys on the team. I couldn't be happier with the situation here. So.
Do you like the atmosphere playing in the St. Vincent Community Center? It's such a small barn.
Yeah, it's just really good. Fans are great. It's loud. They really like the team. It's an exciting time to play here.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Stephen, and how about for yourself?
Well, coming from Markham, it's a bigger city. There's about 370,000 people. Going to a small community like Meaford, it's a lot of fun. I can say I love the people. I love the community, and that's a big thing that brought me to this team. It's just the community in general.
Yeah, I think it's one of these things where the community is so close-knit, so tied together with this Knights team. Let's go and show the upcoming games. As Jack alluded to, you have some big upcoming games this week. This Thursday, you're actually home to Ville-Marie, looking for a little bit of redemption in that game, along with Saturday, November the 23rd. You're in Ottawa for Saturday and Sunday. Then you're back home on the 28th of November to take on West Nipissing. And then you take on the Bradford Rattlers at home on that Saturday to close out your November. And then your schedule gets a little lighter as you get into early December. But Ville-Marie and West Nipissing, obviously, two games that you definitely want to win there. Jack, you look at maybe the success that this team had last year with even a team like Ville-Marie to what it's like now, obviously such a big learning curve.
Yeah, well, definitely they had a really good team last year with Ville-Marie, and they swept their season series against them. Had a tough time in the playoffs, but I'm really looking to hopefully be able to do that again this year. It's definitely a learning curve with all the new guys here because we only had 4 returning guys, so lots of guys just getting used to it, and hopefully we can find the success that we want to have. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's take a look at the scoring around the league. We'll bring this up right here. Scoring leaders, Marc-Antoine Turcotte from Temiskaming. He is on an absolute tear. 20 games played. He's got 70 points. And then you've got Zachary Matthew from Temiskaming along with Yannick Ethier. Those three gentlemen, 70, 67, and 62 in points. Riley Nadeau from New Tecumseth. You've got Christian Polillo along with Vincent Ethier, after that Kyle West, and then you have Roman Kulikov from New Tecumseth, and then Cedric Terrien from Ville-Marie, and Michael Dick from the Bradford Rattlers with 45 points on the season. Let's go over to the Knights scoring now. And Felix Lecomte leading the way there, 13 points on the year for him. Jack Hilworth and Ashton Coleman both tied with 11 points. Emil Larson, Matthias Millette, and then Xavier Kaza all have 9 points. Drew Elliott alone there with the 7th spot with 8 points on the year. Jonathan Gosselin, Riley Bradley, Thomas Letourneau round out your top 10 in night scoring. And we'll go over to the standings now as well, Mark. North Division standings, obviously, Temiskaming leading the way right now, 3 points ahead of New Tecumseh leading the way. And then Temiskaming is behind them with the Bradford Rattlers and the Bradford Bulls, Almaguin, Bancroft, and then you have West Nipissing, South Muskoka, and then the Meaford Knights, and then Ottawa down at the bottom, but Meaford only sitting 4 points out of ninth place and 5 points out of eighth place. So it's still really a tight, close race here. We'll go over to the South Division now, and St. George leading the way there. Them and Kingsville 1-2, and then you have Niagara and North York. Those two are locked at 25 together, and then London with 20 points, Northumberland, and then you have Windsor, Durham, Tottenham, and Toronto at the bottom, sitting at 4 and 17, 10 points on the season for them. All right, guys, so you have Ville Marie, but then you take on an Ottawa team, and it's an Ottawa team where you can definitely maybe get a little bit of points from. Obviously, Ottawa did win a couple games last week, but what's really the mindset knowing that you have Ville Marie and then you have Ottawa, but you still can't really take them lightly? Stephen, we'll start with you on this one.
Mindset can't change game to game. It has to be the same mindset, especially being a young team and one of the lower teams in the standings. Doesn't really reconcile what we do on the ice. We have to be hardworking, fast-paced all the time, every time. And even against teams like Ottawa or Ville Marie, it's top and bottom. It doesn't matter. We have to be good every game we go to. We have to be hard and fast.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a very good mindset to have. And Jack, for yourself, is there something that you've maybe noticed on this squad so far this year that has been pretty positive, something that you guys have been doing pretty good with so far?
Our penalty kill. Yeah. We have a really good penalty kill this year. It's probably our biggest strength. Like, we don't get a lot of penalties, but when we do, we kill them off really well. I think we're at like 90% kill rate, which is probably one of the best in the league, which I'm proud about. Our teams we do have good chemistry together. We just get some more shots off when we play in, but yeah, we play hard. We constantly work. We don't give up, and I like to see that. So.
And it's one of those things too, guys, where eventually it's all going to click. Yeah. The lines will flow. You'll have guys putting pucks in the back of the net. It's only really a matter of time. Stephen, even though this is such a young team, is there kind of a little bit of excitement behind it? Yeah, you are 6-9 on the year, but there's still so much potential there.
I think especially another thing that our coach taught us preach is that what Jack was saying, shoot more and work hard. And especially with a young team, I think we're a bit too jittery and we just need to calm down a bit. For a lot of guys, including myself, this is our first junior year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've only played 7 of the games, right? So it takes a lot of learning and there's been a lot of hard work behind it, but for sure, there's a lot of excitement and we need to calm it down a bit.
Yeah, sometimes nerves can get the best of you out there, but it seems like you'll figure everything out. We also have a very special game coming up on the 28th of November, and that is First Responders Night, the jersey memorabilia auction. You also have a 50-50 draw in there, Chuck a Puck, a beer garden, obviously, the free admission to all military and first responders with ID. Military and First Responders Appreciation Night, 7:30. Puck drop on November the 28th. Jack, I'm going to get you to quickly talk a bit about this. It's always cool when you can kind of honor those men and women that are our first responders or in the military.
Oh, for sure. Well, it's great to give back to them. They do a lot for us. They've risked their lives for us. They've been there first to help you out, and it's a huge honor to do that for them because they do so much for you that you can't usually help them out. But be able to do this it's really fun. It's really nice to see.
And Stephen, is a game like this, is this a little bit of one of those games where you get up for a little bit more? You really want to be able to win this game kind of in honor of that?
Yeah, I think a big thing with these first responders is one of our main people behind the scenes, Jason Akers, is a first responder himself, and he loves the team. He supports us endlessly, and to be able to come out and get a win that game will be probably necessary, I think, in my eyes.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, that's a great mindset that you guys do have. All right, so we're going to go, but before we go here, Jack, do you have any final response here for maybe some of these fans or whatnot for Thursday night's game?
Well, you better be ready to see the Knights come out as hard as they ever come out. We really want to take back our game against Ville Marie because last one was a tough one. We'll be out there working our butts off and showing them that we're here to play and we're here to make a run in the playoffs for sure.
All right, it would be nice to kind of flip the script on Ville Marie more or less, hey guys? All right, well, thanks for joining us, guys. It's been a lot of fun, and best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks.
so much.
All right, so we thank you very much for joining us here on Knights Talk. We'll have 2 more special guests from the Meaford Knights next week on the show. Until then, take care. Make sure you go to the St. Vincent Community Center, get your tickets. If you haven't been to the St. Vincent Community Center yet for a Knights game, I highly recommend it. Listen, I broadcast a lot of these games last year. That barn, it's a smaller barn, but boy, they know how to fill it up, especially come playoff time. So make sure you get down there. It's a lot of great hockey. Until then, take care.